Okay, so outward appearances aside, I am going to give my take on the Derrick Jackson's real hidden motive. So, of course, um, social media is flooded right now. There's so much going on. There's crafting. There's um, so many come ups coming up. And look at Tab. She is like on red carpets now. She's doing a whole bunch of great things. But she did her stuff the right way. She climbed the ladder. She stayed positive. She did what she had to do. She was kind of resilient in her approach to things. Derrick got wind of the world liking a good scandal. Every time there's a scandal, we all kind of flock to the internet. We all kind of try to see what's going on. We all kind of like peek. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on? I need to know. He got wind of that, which makes his social medias go up, his posts go up, because he kind of became irrelevant. So much going on. COVID was big. Nobody was really talking about relationship experts. You got Sierra and her husband, Mr. Wright, doing whatever what they're doing. They're like the positive example of black love. Now, nobody, and I mean nobody, knew anything about this wife. To me, I really never listened to him, because my thing was, a man that's doing all of these things right, doing everything, if he's living what he's talking, he's not on the market. But there was no circulation about him having someone. There wasn't. You know what I mean? Just not. Didn't even know he was married. Didn't even think to look for his wife. He was always in a car. I did see a car seat in a car. But, maybe he learned his lessons from being a no good nigger as well. He had a baby, what have you. And, now him and his baby mama wasn't living. But let's really, really dive a little bit deeper into their story. Now, I don't know how to do the video merges and all of that, so I'm going to encourage you to go and watch the interview. The wife and him sits there. They're holding hands, first and foremost. Staged 100%. If my husband just cheated on me, even if I just forgave him, I'm not holding his hand. I don't care if I know all of the details, I know what's going on. It was staged. It was poor publicity. His publicist sucked. They could have did so much better than that. They could have had them sitting there. Perfect example. When Will and Jada had their thing last year, they came out. You could see the hurt in Will's face. You could see Jada was scared. You seen the emotions in it. There was no emotion in what him and his wife displayed. Zero, silch, nada, nothing at all. They sat there holding hands, and you seen her go, I was gone. I was gone. And it wasn't until I seen this miraculous change in my husband. Now, you guys really didn't see a whole lot of me, but oh, trust me, you're going to see more of me. Staged. They are trying to sell a scandal. America loves a great scandal. Lifetime is full of good scandals. Lifetime became a movie network because of people scandals. Derrick Jenkins, I went on his page. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nosy just like the rest of us, but I pay attention. Derrick Jenkins is trying to sell lust cards. Derrick Jenkins is trying to sell a 3-part booklet. It probably hasn't done too well. He's talking about he had a friend who read the book and they really, really liked it. The book sells, let's just be honest, nobody knew about this book until now. Nobody. And so he decided with his publicist that, okay, yeah, we could do it. Now, here is his wife in this situation to me. She was gone, like she said she was. She was gone. She's still is gone. But she made an agreement that when it comes down to it, you take care of us. I don't give a damn what you do. You take care of us. Now, the only way for him to get his sales, his things, and everything up, he had to go create this scandal, which now drives people to his website, which is bad publicity. But there's no such thing as bad publicity. It's one of the first things you learn. There's no such thing as bad publicity, especially if it gets your name out there. So there it is in a nutshell. He needed publicity to sell his book, and he came and put his wife on the front stand, and she was like, I don't care, because as long as you go ahead and plug me so people come and look at my channel just the same, then I really don't care. Because when this is over with, it's not just going to be Derrick Jackson. It's going to be Derrick Jackson and his wife trying to preach a message. That's what it boils down to. He messed around with every last one of them women. He probably has some type of a problem. He is not denying that he has a problem. The only thing that he is trying to make it look like is that he has come clean and him and his wife are on good terms. They're not. They don't have a relationship. They are trying to sell their books. They are trying to sell and keep their lifestyle. And if we don't see it, we're going to buy into it. Don't buy that book. Don't buy that book, because how could you buy a book about how to live your life from a person who ain't living theirs that way? And even if he has repented and he's claiming that he's humble, then he should have sat on it for a little while. He cannot come out in the middle of a scandal and say, now I'm humbled. No. Come on, people. Don't be so foolish. Don't let that one be the ride. Don't let that be the ticket. I looked at several of their interviews, and I want you to go and look at them as well. There is no emotion in this. There is no love. There is no commitment. You don't see anything that resembles a couple that love each other. There's no emotion, number one. If my husband cheats on me, I'm going to say this. If my husband were to go out and cheat on me, I'm not saying that's the end of our relationship, because I would probably evaluate what I was doing at that time. And if for some reason I neglected him, if I had neglected him, then there's a chance. We're going to work it out. But if he goes out there and does it when I'm doing everything I can to satisfy him and do everything right, he can go ahead and kick rocks. He can go ahead and go be with her, because I'm not finna chase you, and I'm not finna worry about what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you're doing it. And if we had an interview and you seen that, you're going to see all of those emotions. You're going to see me probably break down in tears. You're going to see me have a fit, a cow. Because when you love somebody, it's not, oh, he told me and I am healed and God has healed me. Yes, God does heal. He will change things. He will make you right. He will help you become whole again. But honey, it don't happen like that. And when you guys are getting on social media and doing all of these interviews, it's just like, I want to give a good metaphor, and I did this before, because often I deal with something with my mom. My mom let something happen to me when I was a kid, and she's always apologizing for it now. And I forgave. I'm over it completely. But if my mom keeps coming to me and saying, hey, I'm sorry, each time she keeps saying she's sorry for that thing, it brings back those emotions that I felt when she brings that up every time. And to me, if you want us to be good, let that shit go. Pass it. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Mom, I love you. I don't give a damn about that. I'm a grown-ass woman now. Whatever happened to me when I was a kid, it happened. I'm done. I dealt with it. We've hashed it out. I don't care. But don't keep poking the bear. Don't keep poking the bear. And what them getting on social media every day, they are constantly poking the holes and poking the bear in the relationship, the bear of their relationship. That's because there's no relationship and there's no emotion. I don't give a damn what you do. You can't hurt me anymore because we're not together. We're not. So I could care less about what you do, who you do, how much you do, as long as you make sure that this right here, our house, is taken care of. Now, when that becomes an issue, and it did, because his sales dropped, he wasn't on top of things, nobody was checking for him, nobody was checking for that little regular ass book. Ain't nobody checking for it. I didn't even know he wrote no book. It's a 3-part book, and I'm just not hearing about it now in the middle of the scandal. So ain't nobody checking for that shit, for real. And now she comes to the front and say, hey, you fucked up. It's time for me to get involved. And we got to clean this up. It's damage control. You gonna help me clean it up. That's the reason why she's sitting there on that couch, holding his hand, trying to make it seem like there's love in their relationship. Holding hands don't make no love in no relationship, baby girl. Telling everybody in the world that you are humbled and you are forgiving him and you believe that God, the enemy is trying to attack your camp. Baby, the enemy ain't trying to attack your camp. The enemy came at your finance. He came in and he picked in your wallet. And your ass was like, the devil is a lie. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care how it looks, because I ain't finna go back to living with my mama. Not when we got a 5-bedroom house over here with a pool in the back. No. You can go stay with your mama when this is all over, said and done with. But baby, you gonna make sure my house is paid for. Do what you gotta do. And if your man did cheat, you are not finna let this extremely flawless, because the woman looks great. I'm not a woman to hate on any female. She's the wife is a very pretty woman if she fixes herself up. When you see her in her wedding gown, you see her with her makeup on, you see her standing on top of her Bible, she looks great. So she did all of that for all of those instances. But when it came down to him, she came out with a bonnet on her head, a shirt with no bra on. That's why I look like this, because earlier today I had my bonnet on and I did a little meme of what she looked like. I'm not doing that up against my husband's girl looking like some damn supermodel. If my husband cheated and we had an issue, I'm going to show him and I'm going to show her what he missing. I don't give a damn how secure I am in everything. I'm not going to let nobody upstage me. That's just the way we are. That's human nature. So Derrick Jackson and your wife, naiajackson, sell that shit in China with the rest of the knockoffs. Deuces.